D23 just released a couple of upcoming projects, so what are going to be my most anticipated ones moving forward? So here are my thoughts. Every time we have a D23 event, we tend to have stuff that are not even going to happen, so I'm not like too worried about. But there is definitely some stuff that I am looking forward to. Um, I would say that there is definitely a lot of dishonorable mentions, such as any of the live action Disney remakes. I'm sick and tired of these. Tangled is gonna bomb. I just know it. Lilo and Stitch 2 might be a success. It's not necessarily a remake, so this could go either way. This could be fun and entertaining if it takes the route that the TV series did back in the day, or it could be an Alice Through the Looking Glass, or even a Mufasa. Oh God, those were bad. Ice Age 6, I was never looking forward to this. I just never got into it. I think they should have stopped at three after Dawn of the Dinosaurs. Four and five were just bad, and then six just I don't. I'm not excited for it. I'm personally done with Ice Age. Camp Rock 3 actually came out this week. I haven't seen it, and I don't plan to watch it. It really was way too late. I know I get it. It was Demi Lovato's redemption, but we were way past it. And another dishonorable mention, Frozen 3. Can we just stop with Frozen sequels? Like, they're not good. The Frozen 2 was bad. The first Frozen was really good, but it should have just stayed there. It had no right to have a sequel. And Disney is very good at making original stuff. I mean, the real, the first real sequel of the Walt Disney Animation Studios, Romy and Michelle looks awful. I never watched the first one, but this looks really, really bad, and I'm just not looking forward to it. I'm sorry. Stuff that I am looking forward to, but I'm not as excited as certain other projects are stuff like Gato, which I am looking forward to this. I do want to see it, but I'm not as excited as the rest of the top 10 that you're gonna see in here. Bluey movie, I'm pretty sure somehow, some way I'm gonna get stuck watching that. That's definitely one that I'm like, it could be a hit or miss. But if they could tell a decent story, then be my guest. I hope they just don't go the route, which it probably will. It probably will go the baby route of like its target being 4-year-olds. I took off Hexed, which is a movie that I'm looking forward to. That's coming out this Thanksgiving, and Clay, which is going to be possibly the um biggest what if it's even gonna make it to theaters. Something tells me that this could be a canceled project down the road, but who knows? Maybe I'm wrong on that one. And then finally, I would have to say the new Simpsons movie is my last honorable mention. I haven't been following The Simpsons in years, so I don't know which route this goes. So hopefully it's good. Um, but I don't know. It's gonna be 20 years since the OG Simpsons movie, so let's see where that goes. But anyways, here are my 10 most anticipated projects from the D23 2026 event. Coming in at number 10, I have Ahsoka Season 2. I was a big fan of the first Ahsoka series. That season was really good, showcasing an older Ahsoka, and I like that they are going to continue the story, continuing the story of bringing in Hayden Christensen and Star Wars Rebels Ezra. So it gives me that nostalgia of some of my favorite characters coming into live action, and we're gonna hopefully wrap up the story. I think when there is something good that can actually wrap up the story and tell you that yeah, we're ready to move on to bigger and better things, but also give you that nostalgia. So Ahsoka season 2, definitely it is for me. I know a lot of people don't like Rosario Dawson, that she's not this campy and witty character like the teenage Ahsoka from the Clone Wars series, but it's an older Ahsoka. She's not gonna always be that, so it made sense for her to change her character up, but still feel like a grown Ahsoka. So definitely looking forward to this. Number nine, we have Oswald, directed by John Favreau, and I think John Favreau working on this project is probably what anticipates me the most if it's gonna work out or not. Um, John Favreau in Disney has been a hit or miss. He didn't come back for Iron Man 3 because Iron Man 2 wasn't as good as the first Iron Man. He did do a good job with the Jungle Book, but then he flopped The Lion King in 2019. That wasn't his fault. That was Disney. And then his best work in Disney has definitely been the Mandalorian series. Yes, Mandalorian Grogu was there, but it was unfortunately that it just came out at a time where, um, yeah, it just wasn't gonna work out because it's been dead. Like season three was bad, and then movies, Star Wars movies in particular, just weren't that great. So I'm a little happy that John Favreau is stepping away from Star Wars just for a little bit. I know he's probably gonna come back. I wouldn't be shocked if they make him the director of episodes was it 10, 11, and 12. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be his route. But let's step away from um, Star Wars and big franchises and do something clever. You know, it does give you that vibe of Who Framed Roger Rabbit or Looney Tunes back in action. You know, and I want to see this Oswald as a 2D animated character. A best comparison would probably be Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers that came out a couple years ago. But I'm really looking forward to this, and it's John Favreau directing and writing, so it's gonna be good to see them give tribute to one of the most underrated characters in the entire Disney saga, and he finally gets his flowers. Number eight was a movie I was not looking forward to, but Coco 2 was not something I was looking forward to, and I just was very conflicted because I'm just like the movie first Coco wrapped up so nicely, but they're bringing in Ernesto de la Cruz, getting his revenge on Miguel. We're gonna have a reunion with Miguel and Grandma Coco, so they're doing a lot that makes you get excited. And I like that they're actually going the route of making an older Miguel instead of just keeping him the same age. So I'm actually liking that progress in animation, even when they actually make the characters grown. It worked for Toy Story, it worked for Inside Out, and it makes sense for them to do it for Coco. So I'm very happy that they are going this route. So kudos for that. Star Wars Starfighter. It stars Ryan Gosling and directed by Sean Levy, who's given us Night at the Museum, Free Guy, and most recently Deadpool and Wolverine. They moved them on to do a Star Wars project, and people were hyping this up like it's gonna be one of the greatest things ever. It has Ryan Gosling, who has done my favorite movie this year so far, Project Hail Mary, and following this, it led to them both Sean Levy and Ryan Gosling working on Ghost Rider. So if Kevin Feige saw this and is surprised with how great this was, then I'm really looking forward to this. I'm a little bit conflicted because for me, Star Wars is just so sacred to me. I feel like what always worked about Star Wars were the episode series and then everything else spin-offs TV series. Like I feel like that was separate from it. So this could be a make or break for Star Wars. So this really needs to work, and it takes place in the 50-year anniversary of Star Wars. So I'm just really hoping that this is a hit for us. We need a good Star Wars movie. We need a phenomenal Star Wars movie, if I'm being honest. Number six, we have The Incredibles 3. I was one of the few people that would have preferred if the characters got older over time. But to me, I think knowing that each movie is gonna take place exactly where the last one stopped at was pretty cool. And I also found out that, you know, with the first one being Mr. Incredible's story, the second one being Elastigirl's story, this third one will be all about the kids. So it's gonna be a little bit more about them, kind of passing the torch on to them. And they have said that this will be the last Incredibles movie. I am positive that years from now we're gonna get Incredibles 4, 5, 6, and that is when we'll get the older Incredibles. I am looking forward to this. I mean, Brad Bird coming back. I'm looking forward to this. This really needs to be a proper culmination. Can we get a good Pixar trilogy? We had a phenomenal Pixar trilogy with Toy Story, but then they wanted to do 4 and 5, which were good movies, but can we wrap up? Can we just have a Pixar trilogy that works? I know I just said I want 4, 5, and 6, but at least they can change up the dynamic in 4, 5, and 6. But I feel like this is gonna be the best way to wrap up the story between this arc of The Incredibles, and I'm just looking forward to it. They're gonna actually have superheroes be bad guys as well, so that's gonna be something very interesting, and I'm really looking forward to see where that takes us. Number 5 is Zootopia 3. We tackled the reptiles in Zootopia 2, so then naturally the post credit scene to that Zootopia movie set up birds. So I'm curious where they're gonna go with this. The Zootopia movies never were supposed to be this good. I think deep down we all saw them as just kiddie friendly movies, but they tackled drugs, they tackled politicalness, they tackled stealing. They tackle a lot of stuff. So I'm very curious what they're gonna tackle with birds. I think they're gonna go global. I think they're gonna go more in depth of the world outside of Zootopia. And they definitely gotta get Shakira back to do the soundtrack. Number 4, we got X-Men. Were you guys surprised that this movie was gonna make the top 5? A lot of people would have assumed that me being a comic book nerd, this would be number 1 or something. But it's not. And believe it or not, Avengers Doomsday is also not number 1, but it will be up coming very soon. Anyways, X-Men. Spoilers for Brand New Day for the 3 people that haven't seen it yet. But you know, Sadie Sink ended up being Jean Grey. So I am curious to see where the X Men takes us, because now we're gonna do a much younger version of the X Men, and that was not a route that everybody expected. And I'm a little happy that we're not gonna get Magneto right away. They're gonna save him for a later date, and rightfully so. They're gonna do Mister Sinister as the villain. I think we need to change up the X Men villains. Like we really do. Like, let's take a break from Magneto. Let's move on to somebody else. They are bringing in Professor X. From my understanding, they got Emma Frost. They have Rogue, Cyclops, Storm, and of course Jean Grey. So it's only 5 of them, but we need to really change it up a bit. We're not gonna get Wolverine. I think we need a break from Wolverine. I'm pretty sure Hugh Jackman is gonna wrap up being Wolverine at the Avengers movie. Secret Wars, I'm guessing, will be his final time he'll ever be the Wolverine, and maybe we'll move on to a different guy down the road. But for me, um, I am looking forward that this will kick off the 20-year anniversary of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it's gonna be the first movie after Secret Wars. So let's see where this new world is gonna take us. And they're gonna start fresh with the X Men, and I think rightfully so. I think it's fair to now take a break from the Avengers and bring in the X Men. Let's see what the classic MCU can do with X Men. So let's definitely go that route. I'm looking forward to that. Now, as much as I love Pixar giving us sequels that we want, I also like it when they do something new and different. And in this case, they're doing a movie called Ghost Market. This is actually going to be number 1 for a while. Then I really, really thought about it, and I'm just like, I want to see these things more. But number 3 is Ghost Market. It's about a boy who is a YouTuber essentially, and he just records himself in Hawaii, and then there's Ghost and stuff. We've done Hawaii with Lilo and Stitch, but we've never seen Pixar tackle Hawaii. So let's see where that goes. I like when they explore different parts of the world. So that's gonna be very cool that they're gonna do that. And it was actually very funny. The trailer is the boy just talking about what is gonna happen, and then he gets chased by a ghost. It looks really funny. So it's essentially gonna be the Blair Witch for kids, and it's Pixar doing it. So I'm like looking forward to see where this goes. And Pete Docter heavily, you guys know I'm a massive Pete Docter fan, so him talking about it really showed me that they are really gonna put in their effort into this movie, and I'm looking forward to see what they do with Ghost Market. Let's hope it's a win for Pixar. We need new original content for Pixar. We love the sequels, but we really love it when they do new and original stuff. So let's make this a win, baby. Yeah, you all saw this coming. Avengers Doomsday is number two. Nothing new that they showed us. All we know now is for sure is that Robert Downey Jr. will not be a variant of Tony Stark who becomes Doctor Doom. He is, in fact, Victor Von Doom. And I'm very curious, are they going to take off his mask at any point during the movie? We are learning that this variant of Victor Von Doom already knows the Fantastic Four that we met in First Steps. They do show a couple of other stuff. We definitely know that the X-Men are going to say their goodbyes here. I am curious how they're going to tackle the whole new Avengers versus Falcon's Avengers, even though he's Captain America. Steve Rogers coming back. So, you know, a lot of people are conflicted whether or not they're gonna not like this movie, but let's be honest, we're all gonna go see it. We're all curious, and Kevin Feige has said that their top priority is quality. I didn't put Vision Quest because I didn't watch Agatha all along, so I don't even know what Vision Quest is gonna look like outside of him wanting to rescue his kids. So I don't even know what Vision Quest really is. So Avengers Doomsday, I do know what it is, and I'm looking forward to see why now they're gonna do the Avengers, because this is gonna be the first Avengers movie since Endgame. We're getting Encore earlier next month, so be on the lookout for my review of all the Avengers leading up to that. And yeah, Avengers Doomsday. Doomsday is coming, and they've been hyping it up all year. They've been lagging on trailers, but now the hype is truly real. So X-Men wasn't number one. Avengers Doomsday wasn't number one. None of the Pixar stuff was number one. None of the Star Wars stuff was number one. So what made number one? Well, to me, that project is Kingdom Hearts the series. I am looking forward to the game. I think the game is going to be very fun, very entertaining. I really like the original three, but we're doing Kingdom Hearts 4. But the thing that excites me the most is that we're doing a TV series based on Kingdom Hearts. Now, I know it's going to be on Disney Channel, so it might be watered down and kid friendly, but so was Star Wars Rebels, and Star Wars Rebels ends up becoming a very good show. So Kingdom Hearts is something that really interests me. How are they gonna tackle this? Are they gonna do all anime? Are they gonna have the Disney animation? How are they gonna go about this? It's so curious to me. What are they gonna do with Kingdom Hearts? I really love the characters. I really love the concept of it. So how are they gonna tackle this in TV form? Whatever they do, let's just make it a great show. Let's make it something that people will remember for the test of time. Not everything Disney Channel, you hear Disney Channel, you think of Camp Rock and all that corny crap. No, they gave us good stuff in the past. Gravity Falls, Phineas and Ferb. Let's make Kingdom Hearts a win. And I'm really looking forward to this. And I hope you guys are all excited for these projects. Anyways, take care, everybody. Thank you for watching my top 10 most anticipated projects from D23 2026.